Got my legal hustle, welcome to the trap. I can blow a stack, bet I make it back. You can hit my line if you need a track. But we can't even talk if it ain't about the bag. What's going on, y'all? It's the kid J Nolan here. Hey, man. I never thought I would see the day when the So Def All-Stars is all going up against each other, man. They in like a triple threat match or something. This is crazy. All right, for those of y'all that may not know the backstory on this, Jermaine Dupri just went on a podcast called The God Show, which he made the revelation, or at least the allegation, that he was a part of the people that came up with the idea for 106 in Park back in the early 2000s. And he is alleging that he gave the idea to Stephen Hill and BET because he was looking at MTV, TRL, and how they had the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Eminem, and all of these different people, white acts, or should I just say our fair-skinned brothers and sisters. But they didn't have so many black folks on there. You know what I'm saying? It was more like the darker tone of artists might have been like J-Lo. You know what I mean? Ashanti might have got up there. Ja Rule might have got up there a few times. Hove might have got up there a few times. But there was a very small list. So he was like, yo, what if BET had their version of this where all of our black superstars had a home where they could do it? And he was like, yo, we got this 12-year-old artist. He would be the perfect poster child for all of this. This is what Jermaine Dupri is basically saying. Well, the clip started surfacing on social media, and the boy wonder Bow Wow himself says, hey man, that's cap. So here's what Bow Wow had to say about the situation. He says, JD ain't create 106 in Park, stop the cap. Stephen Hill, Rick Grimes, and all the great people in the BET office, all caps by the way, and staff created that show. All I did was capitalize off of what they created and made it mine. I would know I'm Mr. 106. I would never take away from someone's creativity. Basically saying, dog, why are you trying to take their credit? We did something beautiful during that time period. We were a part of it. We damn near lived up there. But you know, you did not feed them that idea. That's Bow Wow's perspective. Now, as a 12-year-old young man, maybe he didn't know all of Jermaine Dupri's moves at that time. Maybe he didn't know that he pitched the show. It's very possible. I mean, he wasn't there for every business deal, was he? But among those who took offense to that is the Brat, because she is So Def's biggest artist to this date. She was the first female rapper to go platinum, if I'm not mistaken. So she like, hey, you're not finna come from my dog. I got love for you, little bro, but big bro put me on and he put you on. So let's talk about it. So the Brat gets on IG and she puts up a very lengthy post criticizing Bow Weezy. She says, man, I really don't have the time or the patience for this, but I got both today, all caps. Bow, what I can't let you do is discredit my big brother JD, who you called your dad for so many years, because that is pretty much the role you gave him. And instead of saying hell no, he rocked with it. You being so rude and disrespectful to the person who believed in you, nurtured you, made you a complete star, wrote all your hits, accepted the challenge when Snoop brought you to him. He has never done anything to you but hell. I ain't finna let you drag the most non-confrontational person who loved, cared for you, and spoiled your ass for years. He isn't and never would discredit BET execs. He discussed creating 106 before it was created so black people could have our own TRL. No cap, all caps. If this is what you want to do, let's go. Pull up, little nigga, with your disrespectful ass. So ungrateful. Now, because none of us were in the room, none of us were in the conversations or in the proximity of these things happening, we can't say definitively whether or not Jermaine Dupri took this idea to Stephen Hill and those at the BET offices. You know what I'm saying? All we really can do is watch from the sidelines, speculate, grab popcorn, grab a drink, and watch it play out. I think at the end of the day, the Brat possibly would know more than Bow Wow because she was an adult. So if she was rolling with JD at the time, she had a little bit more understanding of what some of those conversations meant. Not to say she was privy to everything either, but I would be more inclined to understand from the Brat's perspective than Bow Wow, because this is a young man who's 10, 12 years old. Maybe he had to go sit outside while JD was in the meeting at that particular time. You just never know. And that's not to say that the Brat was inside the meeting either, but I think that the Brat and JD were more likely to have adult conversations about business because she is at least astute enough or old enough to kind of understand what his world entailed. Bow was still so young at that time, and I'm not undermining his intelligence as a 12-year-old because you can be very smart, you know what I'm saying? And what you do have on your side at that age is that you get to observe everything going on around you. You may not understand and process everything as it is at the time, but you see things. So I think I can kind of see both sides based on their understanding of the situation. Ultimately, JD is going to probably have to come back out and do a little bit more explaining about how that happened, because even Stephen Hill commented on the post and was like, this is not how I remember it going, man. Like, y'all came up here and y'all did a lot. Y'all were a huge contribution to the show, but I do not remember you spoon feeding me this idea, my G. You gonna have to run me my verbal fade on this one out of all love. So I don't know who the hell to believe in this situation, man. But I do think it's very possible that JD may have planted a seed in a conversation, and it may have already been something that they were thinking about. It could also be something that they ran off and did without his inclusion, and it just was like, man, you're welcome to come up here anytime. I know we created this. Or they may have acted like they never knew he said nothing at all and just been like, yo, let's just keep inviting JD. That was a great idea that we took and cashed in on and didn't include him in. It's so many different things that happen in the nature of business that you can never put nothing past nobody, even the greatest of people. At this point, I've said everything I needed to say about it. I've shared my opinion. Now I want to get you guys. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. And if this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit the post notification bell for all updates, and I will see you guys on the next one, man. All right? Much love, respect. Peace.
106 in Park was created by me. I created the show for Bow Wow. I was watching MTV, and MTV had TRL. And they was catering to NSYNC, and they was catering to Backstreet Boys, and anything white that was coming out that was pop, they was allowing these kids to scream and holler at them. And I'm like, yo, we don't have nothing for black people. Like, where's the black kids that love music? Why don't they have a show like this? So I called Stephen Hill, and I said, yo, I got an artist. We need to make a show just like TRL. And he said, what's the artist? And I said, his name is Bow Wow. Of course, he was like, I don't. You know, everybody challenges what I'm saying. Yeah. Mind you, they wasn't going to put Bow Wow on TRL like that because he was a rapper. He was a black little young boy rapping, but he also was 12 years old. Nobody on TV was 12 years old anywhere creating this type of pandemonium, right? I went to Stephen Hill, and I'm like, yo, we need this show. We need this show. We need a show on BET that shows black artists like this.